a lot in a lot of different ways, really. Financially, obviously, it's a big deal for us because it raises a lot of money and it helps us do a lot of good. And so, in that respect, this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. And so it's a huge deal in that respect. Personally, it means a lot to us just because it's, the support. It just shows how much support and how much love there is in this community, in this state for our cause and for our daughter. And, it's very humbling and overwhelming as a parent to know that your child means that much to so many people. And then, and professionally as a basketball coach, our players take this game to heart. Not that they don't take every game to heart, but they make a point of saying how important this game is to them, and I think that they do give a little bit extra effort because of it, and that means a lot to me as a coach.
How is Rhyan doing right now?
She's good. She just finished up chemotherapy and radiation, and so she's kind of in that in-between stage where we're trying to get her blood counts to where they need to be in order for her to start the next phase of the treatment, which is immunotherapy. And so she's inpatient right now, which she's not happy about. She doesn't like spending the night in the hospital, but she's doing okay. And all things considered, she's probably where she needs to be.
How difficult has it been to be separated from Jen and Ryan, and then for Jen to be away from Brady and Charlie?
I think that's probably one of the hardest things of this whole deal is, basically Jen and Ryan have been in New York the better part of the last 5-6 months, especially since Thanksgiving, since we found the brain tumor. She's had a couple, 3-4 day breaks mixed in there, but for the most part, they've been New Yorkers. And they're city girls. They're like Sex in the City, Sarah Jessica Parker. And, it's tough, trying to, basically be a single parent here. I'm lucky I've got my in-laws have been up here quite a bit. My mom and my sister have come up to help, but it's tough when you split your family like that. And I know it's been really tough on Jen, being away from Brady and Charlie, our other two kids. And so, mentally that's something that's taken some time to get used to, but just got to get through it. We know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We just don't quite see it yet.
Right, how do you fit in coaching? Is that easier for you because it's kind of a relief, or is it hard to be all focused on when it's time for basketball?
It's definitely a release, especially practice. And this group of guys really helps that, just because they've been so good about showing up every day and working hard every day. And I know that's not easy for them. Obviously what's been going on in our season and the obstacles that they've been faced and the adversity they've faced, it's been tough on them to show up, but they do. They show up every day, and for me, that's the best 2 hours of my day, because I get to forget about cancer and I get to forget about real life for a little bit and worry about basketball. And it is difficult, just the day-to-day being in the office, trying to get my kids to and from school and basketball practice and baseball practice and get their lunches packed and all that stuff, and then still trying to worry about scouting and everything. That's difficult, but going to practice and going to games, that's my release.
Does it give you a different perspective on being 5-15 than you might have had as a younger coach?
Yeah. Losses don't consume me the way they did before this. Before this, a loss I thought was the end of the world. And it's not good, don't get me wrong, and it still bothers me quite a bit, but I do go home and I see my kids and I realize there's more to life than basketball. It is just a game. It's my job, it pays our bills, and we want to win in the worst way, but this has put things in perspective and makes me understand that family is what's most important, and we've got to take care of that first.